Now, deaths from 9/11 related illnesses continue to rise, and today we are remembering those who have been sickened or lost lives.
One of them is former New York City police detective Lou Alvarez. Alvarez spent months at the World Trade Center following the September 11th attack. After developing cancer, he spent the rest of his life crusading for the Victims' Compensation Fund. CBS 2's Dick Brennan spoke with the Alvarez family about his inspiring fight.
It still leaves this empty void that my brother's not around anymore.
Philip Alvarez remembers his brother Lou, a former Marine, an NYPD detective, and a 9/11 hero who spent months at Ground Zero.
As much as I want to honor him as a victim of 9/11, we're thankful for the blessings of having him so many years.
Lou contracted stage 4 cancer in 2016 and battled for years, but he will perhaps be most remembered for the fight he helped lead in Washington, D.C.
I have been lucky enough to have had 68 rounds of chemo.
In June, racked by illness, Lou Alvarez came to Congress to testify, and perhaps more than anyone else, starkly made the case to lawmakers who were dragging their feet over renewing the Victims' Compensation Fund. His voice was soft, but his message was loud and clear.
You all said you would never forget. Well, I'm here to make sure that you don't.
Being that voice, being chosen to be that voice, and he was eyes wide open. He knew that he didn't have much time left. He knew what he had to say and do it that needed to be what he believed in.
Alvarez inspired others, including comedian Jon Stewart, who blasted members of a House panel.
Your indifference cost these men and women their most valuable commodity, time.
With his time growing short, Alvarez was in hospice, where he spoke to CBS 2's Maurice Dubois days before he died.
As long as God gives me the time, I'll be here advocating, because there's guys in.
The Victims' Compensation Fund was finally signed in a Rose Garden ceremony. Too late for Lou Alvarez to see it, but in time for so many who are suffering.
Say a prayer for all the Lou Alvarezes out there. And they were all Lou Alvarezes that fought for what they believed in. He just happened to be listened to at the end.
Philip Alvarez says that while this is the 18th anniversary of 9/11, it will be the first without his brother, whose final days made all the difference in countless lives.
He didn't want to be any kind of star or hero.
But he was.
Yeah, I guess he was. And we're proud of that. We're proud of that.